Well, let me introduce you to some wonderful people I found. Now, these are young guys who are designers by trade, and what they're making is a wooden horse. I mean, it's when you see the video that they have on Kickstarter, the campaign they have, and raising money for this wooden horse. I mean, not only are you going to fall in love with their wooden horse, you're going to fall in love with them, because what they show, even in the video in making this horse, is the care and the love they have into producing each product that they're producing. I mean, when I watch them and I think about how wonderful it is to have something to do in life where you're really almost like making love every second because you enjoy so much what you're doing. And love is so important in the world, in our family, in our personal relationships. So when you get that in your work, if you're able to find work that you love so much that you're spending the whole day making love, the clock doesn't appear anywhere. The clock disappears in your life, and you just experience that joy. And that's why these people who work like this, making this wooden toy, and you think wooden toy, it's a kid's toy, but it's not. It really becomes a sculpture, and it's sort of like an old school durability with the new technology, and putting these two together. I mean, their vision, and you'll see this in the interview, how they want to be in garage sales 20 years from now. They want their work to last and last and to be an object of art. And they're just making it like craftsmen. I mean, it's just wonderful to watch. Watch this. Not only, I think this horse you've made, I mean, you and your brother Avner have this wonderful horse called My Wooden Horse that in production now and crowdfunding. But man, I don't know, the only people in the world who's taken new technology and really developed something that is old school, durability that will gonna live forever. And it's just beautiful, and I want to appreciate so much and show you appreciation for what you've done with this, because I think it's for all ages. It's not just a kid's toy, but I know we've all had, at least at my age, I'm 70, I know back in the 50s or so, we had toys like this that lasted forever. And this is, you said, what you wanted to do with this, right?
Exactly, thank you, yeah.
And so how did this come about? I mean, you're a horse lover, or you're just a toy lover?
Basically, we're all, because we're horse lovers and we're nature lovers, and the whole thing just going on step by step, and we didn't really aim to do that. This is a toy that I first designed on my first year at design school.
Really? So you've been working on this idea for 10 years?
No, it was first designed to some wooden class for us.
I see.
And then me and my brother, we started to redesign that into manufacturing and serial production. So we rework on the lines, and we on the shades and the highlights, like car industry, when they make car like a Ferrari or
so that's what it seems like, yeah.
So they have those clay models that they're working on to see exactly what the highlight is, and we were preparing it. We were redesigning it and preparing it for serial manufacturing.
And so, but the thing now, I mean, it is durable, but it's a toy. I mean, it's a horse on wheels that moves, and kids could enjoy the heck out of it. But the technology and the design, I mean, both of you guys are designers, right? And you've designed this thing that looks like an Apple computer, or belongs in a museum or something like that. I mean, the design is just incredible. It's more than just a toy.
Thanks. It's our own interpretation of our own childhood wooden horse. It's a design version of the same old good toy.
So now, I mean, because it's handcrafted and these things are elegant, if people go on Kickstarter and watch the video of you guys making this, I mean, you are obviously putting, it's a labor of love. I could see you sanding and doing everything, and you and your brother. I mean, it looks like you're giving birth to every one of these things. As they're doing it, but the result is so. I mean, you almost cry when you feel it or see it, because I mean, I haven't felt one yet, but seeing you make this because of what goes into it. I mean, it makes everyone else feel more alive and more human because of the work you're putting into this. Now, I really mean that sincerely, because most things are just schlock and they put on the shelf and maybe they sell or nothing, but this is you and your brother's heart and soul that is going to be in all these households now, that will live forever. What was your objective you said you wanted with this?
So yeah, exactly what you say. So I mean, it's design. So it's we wanted to so people can feel something about it. If it's a piece of wood, let's say the truth. It's a piece of wood designed as a horse, but there's such a strong connection between these two. And it reminds so many things to people. So if it's a design object that reminds them something of their own when they were at this or age or a certain age, and it's also something that they can enjoy from as grown up.
But you said your ideal life was having all these on garage sales in the next century, right?
Maybe the garage sale of the next century, but we didn't want that even that object would end up as in a garage sale. So you get your old garage out, but you leave this one at home.
I see. Well, maybe it goes to another family, see, because it can go and you're giving forward. But more importantly, it's not just a tits koi. I mean, to me, it's almost a sculpture. It's a work of art that's movable. It's really a movable sculpture that you could have on your desk or your living room or somewhere. Beautiful colors, the lacquer, it looks like you painted Ferraris instead of these wooden horses. That it's really, movable sculpture is what I would call it. It's just beautiful work. And so you're raising money. Why are you raising money on crowdfunding for it?
Why? Because in order to get, okay, so the story is that at the beginning we used to make these pieces by hand by hand, each one.
Wow.
And it was really our own fingers doing that stuff. But this is really expensive. And so many people ask from us these horses, and we really wanted to give them, but it cost a lot of money without profit even.
Right.
So we decided to go to industrial scale production.
I see.
We decided to get the files into factories that we know and we choose, and we know they use only child-safe paintings and colors. And in order to get this production line going, we need some money to pay the factory.
I see.
To buy the wood, to buy the workers, to pay the workers, and to get the system going. So this is why we need to crowdfund.
So more people now can have your sculpture in their living room without having to do them one at a time, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, and I guess that's the beauty of what's going on. And also, what's interesting, what you did is that if I have a 3D printer, you like for just a few dollars, you give me the design, and I could print one out at home myself. Huh?
Yeah, we wanted to let the opportunity for first to make it high tech, because it's an open source. At the beginning, so many people ask us, and what if you're being copied? So I said, okay, I know if it's good, we're gonna get copied. So
that's how I am.
So we decided just to deliver the files.
Here, you want to cheat? Here.
Yeah, the horse don't even copy. You have it. You just do whatever you want to do with it. And then you have 3D printing, so you can get a smaller model of that. And if you know a little bit about computers and CAD design softwares, so you can scale it and make your own. We don't care. We want you to have it.
Oh, that's wonderful. I mean, I think that's what life should be. I don't know. One of the most famous inventors in our country was Benjamin Franklin, and he didn't believe in patents. See, everybody should improve things and keep it a open source. He was the original open source guy.
No, it's not totally open source. I mean, we have a design patent for that. We register that as design patent, but if we give that, so you don't copy that. We give it, and you bought that.
I see, right? So you don't have to worry about it.
It's legally yours, and you can print as much as horse as you want.
No, that's wonderful. Well, it's so wonderful to have you in this world, man. And I think that anybody's done, I mean, the horse is only like $40, $50. It looks like a $200 product in my mind, and I guess it is if you buy a one by one now. But now it's such a wonderful item for any age, and I really think that, God, whether you're a horse lover or not, I mean, it's wonderful artwork. For anybody's house. I mean, you buy a painting to put on the wall because you want to know the expression of someone's soul that's in your house too. Well, now, I mean, to me, this wooden horse does the same thing even better because it's mechanical, it moves, it's three-dimensional, it's everything. And so you get more of your soul that you're sharing with everybody else, and that's fun in life. I mean, to feel more connected with more of the world who's pouring out their heart in something like you are. And I appreciate you doing that. And man, we got to get more people to do that. So if you go, to find the horse, mywoodenhorse.com, right?
Yeah, mywoodenhorse.com, and you can get from there to Kickstarter.
And no matter what you do, watch that video of you making this thing, because that's going to show you what life is really about. Pouring your heart into something. Well, thanks for pouring your heart into this, Netta, and helping the rest of the world too.
Thank you very much, Matthew. Thank you.
See, now wouldn't it be great if we all found life like that? I mean, that's what I believe. That's why I spend my life trying to find what I really want to do in life. Then life is not the agony and the problems that we have. You could get over that if you really feel you're doing what you want to do in life. And that's important. And they found theirs.